Hi everyone, and welcome back to Sparks in the Darkness track by track. Today it's track 3, Terminus. This track started out a little bit differently to a lot of the other tracks. Most of the others were written basically me sitting at the piano or sitting at a keyboard, but with Terminus I thought I'm going to challenge myself. I sat down just with a mobile phone app called Caustic. Any of you producers out there who've encountered Reason, it's a lot like that, but just it's a tiny little phone app with a little grid and you can draw in all your notes and your drums and things. And I thought, I'm going to try and write a piece without knowing what it's going to sound like when I started. So I drew in notes at a time the sequence that you hear going throughout the track. And all I was doing was just going through, putting in one note at a time and going, right, what note would make sense to follow the note that I've just put in? And I wrote in 16 steps of it and played it back and thought, yeah, let's go with this because this is going to go somewhere interesting. And this track also highlights one of the other recurring themes of this album, which is transitions between major and minor chords. So in this case, it's, I think, B flat major and B flat minor. And that was just, again, a product of making it one note at a time on a sequencer and just moving notes around and changing the qualities of chords and seeing how it all fitted together. So it was almost a bit of a mathematical exercise to start with. And then it just kind of ballooned from there. And the big middle section where it disappears off into the cosmos just fell out of that first idea. This was also one of the tracks where I started to use real instruments. Again, I was just writing it and I got to that middle section and thought, I can't think of anything other than human voice here. So that's also a really cool thing about Terminus. As you all know, this was the second single released from the album, and again I wanted to show off again all the synths, but also that I was trying to do something different. I'm going to do essentially this prog rock epic, but it's going to be condensed down to 6 minutes and it's going to be all very synth heavy. It's going to sound a little bit like a synthwave track, but not really like a synthwave track. It's a little bit like a prog track, but it isn't a prog track, and really take the listener just on a wild ride.